China is about to regulate AI and the world is watching. Do you know what is the most important foundational technology of this time? The answer is, of course, artificial intelligence, also known as AI. Whether it's a renowned country or a person, everyone is on the path of AI. But global competition between the US, China, and Europe is heating up as profits and research output in the field of AI is growing. And today we are going to discuss an update about China trying to regulate AI, and thus it snatched the spotlight from others. Hello, tech nerds! Welcome back to AI Future Life, a versatile YouTube channel where we bring you the latest updates on stock, science, finance, artificial intelligence, and many more important things. Before we proceed to our topic, subscribe to our channel and keep following us by clicking the bell icon. So without further delay, let's get straight into the subject. Artificial intelligence has completely transformed the field of information technology. Our way of life has been changed by the new wave of artificial intelligence. Recently, researchers have been paying particular attention to AI algorithms, which have been successfully used to solve engineering challenges. Nonetheless, due to the stochastic nature of search methodologies, AI algorithms require a significant amount of processing time for large and complex tasks. As a result, there may be a need to build efficient algorithms to identify answers in real-world applications, with limited resources, time, and money. Machine learning, data mining, computer vision, multi-agent systems, evolutionary computation, and fuzzy logic are among the topics that are involved with artificial intelligence. In another word, machine learning is used in artificial intelligence to replicate human intelligence. The computer must learn how to respond to specific activities, so it creates a propensity model using algorithms and historical data. After that, propensity models will begin to make predictions like scoring leads or something. So a long time before it first came to prominence in 1950, when a British computer scientist, Alan Turing, proposed an imitation game to assess whether a computer could fool humans into thinking they were communicating with another human. Soon after, researchers at Princeton University in New Jersey built Madeline, the first artificial neural network applied to a real-world problem. Their system, modeled on the brain and nervous system, learned to solve a maze through trial and error. In this current scenario of evolving AI, many powerful countries are trying very hard to utilize artificial intelligence on a larger scale. Countries are having a massive rat race with each other to use the full power of artificial intelligence, and we are witnessing a lot of amazing inventions. Vladimir Putin told Russians a few years ago that the country that led the world in artificial intelligence technologies would rule the world. Russia is currently a marginal player in the race, which appears to be mostly between the US and China. But don't write off the European Union just yet. It still accounts for a fifth of global GDP and has undervalued strengths. Large digital investments, rapid business process innovation, and effective tax and transfer systems will be required for technological leadership. But this time, China appears to have the upper hand. In this race between China, the United States, and Western Europe, whoever excels in AI will rule the world. The intelligence system, in continuing to pervade every industrial sector, since they provide cutting-edge commercial potential and increased operational efficiency. However, international bodies have acknowledged that AI controls are important for humanity's well-being. And that's why China has announced legislation to regulate AI for the greater good and to fully utilize its potential for national and international goals. Back in late August 2021, China's internet watchdog, the Cyberspace Administration of China, released draft guidelines that seek to regulate the use of algorithmic recommender systems by internet information services. Experts said those guidelines are thus by far the most comprehensive efforts taken up by any nation to regulate AI. China's approach includes some of the best global practices around algorithmic system regulation. As we know, the country is known for leveraging AI and face recognition technologies for mass surveillance, even though it is quite tempting to watch those initiatives. As part of what could be the world's most extensive artificial intelligence effort, the Chinese government is planning to make algorithmic discrimination illegal starting March 1st. Companies will be prohibited from using any personal information to offer users different prices for a product or service under these guidelines. These laws will undoubtedly result in a crackdown on China's most lucrative and expensive IT businesses, which has already resulted in large fines and a lack of stock offerings. So presently, the Chinese government's recent moves signal the coming of a variety of methods to AI control, each picked by a different group of Chinese bureaucrats and each with a different level of security. Well now, if we go by the experts, then think it's important to look at these tactics because they'll have a big impact on how the countries complement and compete with one another. China's ambition to regulate artificial intelligence technologies has the potential to have a wide range of consequences for international relations. The Cyberspace Administration of China, a powerful authority that oversees cybersecurity, internet censorship, and e-commerce restrictions, drafted the regulations known as the Internet Information Service Algorithmic Recommendation Management Provisions. They restrict false accounts, traffic manipulation, and the promotion of addictive content, among other things. They also cover delivery drivers, ride-hailing drivers, and other ad hoc workers. Companies who break the guidelines risk fines, being prevented from enrolling new users, losing their business licenses, and having their websites or apps taken down. It's a quite fatal blow to those companies who are recklessly misusing the power of artificial intelligence. In addition, the past 18 months have demonstrated that Chinese regulators are not afraid to push well-known enterprises due to regulatory worries over Didi's data handling. The ride-hailing app was removed from the Chinese app stores shortly after its American IPO. Alibaba, one of the world's largest e-commerce companies, has been fined millions of dollars for antitrust offenses. Some of the new regulations seem difficult to implement. To regulate the behavior of an algorithm that is always changing owing to new input is not an easy task. Okay, so if we have to get an idea regarding its purpose, then the goal is to incorporate ethics and morality throughout the AI lifespan, promoting fairness, justice, harmony, and safety while avoiding bias, discrimination, and privacy information leakage. Persons, legal entities, and other associated institutions involved in activities relating to AI management, research and development, supply and use are covered by the specification. In April 2021, the European Union also released a draft of AI-related rules, but nothing has been finalized since then. The concept of ethical AI has gained ground in the United States, but there is no overarching standards or universally accepted best practices. There's a dichotomy between China's restrictions and the planned EU legislation, according to Sylvia de Conca, a legal scholar at Vrije University in the Netherlands. She claims that European legislators tend to think in terms of promoting markets and individual rights, but in China the focus is on societal well-being. Authorities view these difficulties as collective issues, she argues, citing morality and mainstream values as examples. The Chinese people, on the other hand, appear to be mainly supportive of measures aimed at limiting the dominance of huge digital platforms, whose services they utilize daily. Lillian Li, the founder of the Chinese tech journal, Chinese Characteristics, compares popular opinion toward digital businesses to Westerners' ambivalence regarding Facebook and Google, which provide enormous convenience at the expense of a user's data. The Chinese government will have an interesting year in 2022. Its efforts to rule over machine algorithms succeed, and regulators and policymakers may endow these methodologies with technological and regulatory mild authority, allowing them to manage and modify AI governance across a variety of platforms around the world. This topic alone could be the stumbling block to the development of a global AI ethics framework. However, it will be fascinating to see how this concept develops. It is evident that uncontrolled and unregulated uses of such resources like artificial intelligence could be far more dangerous than you think. As the heat of World War III is rising the temperature of the geopolitical scenario of the world, cyber attacks or cyber war can become reality anytime. So, what's your viewpoint on this matter? Don't forget to tell us in the comment section below. Also, if you have any suggestions regarding our channel or videos, do let us know in the same comment section below so we can rectify it and make amazing videos for you all in the future. We have come to our end. Hope you liked this video. If yes, then give it a like and share it with your friends. Also, if you have not subscribed to the channel, don't go without hitting the subscribe button. We'll see you in the next video. Until then, peace.